Welcome to the free 30 plus day Get Up and Go Challenge, October 2020. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. I will be your guide, hostess, whatever you want to call me. Hostess? Not much of a hostess, but I will be here with you every day for the next 30 plus days, guiding you at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time right here on the Get Up and Go Challenge page through a process that has literally changed my life, changed everything for me. And it is a process of handling challenges, handling change, dealing with the stuff that life dishes out to us each and every day, and coming through it better off than before I had experienced that change, that challenge, that obstacle, that roadblock, that whatever you want to call it. So I just want to welcome you today. I'm going to keep this really quickly. I'm just going to talk through what's our challenge going to look like, what's the structure going to be, and of course I'm going to give you a little assignment or action item today. So easy you're going to not even hardly believe that you had to do it. But trust me, if you do the little thing that I share with you every single day, by the end of the 30-day period, heck, by the end of the first week, you will realize and see how powerful you are and how easy it is to make lasting changes in your life that will change your life forever, that will make it possible for you to get guaranteed results. Whenever you're faced with a challenge or a change, by the end of the challenge, you will have installed in your subconscious an automatic framework, an automatic process called SOAP. We'll learn all about SOAP and how to use SOAP properly, because we don't know how to do things anymore because of COVID. We need to be told how to wear masks, where to go, when to go, how to do, how far apart to stand, how to treat one another. Yeah, crazy. But we're going to install the SOAP framework and guarantee that you will get better results after any change that you face, any challenge that you are exposed to or have to experience than before you experience that, because you'll have a system that automatically guarantees the framework. You run through it on your subconscious that it will give you better results after than before you had learned this system, before you'd had a process or a framework for dealing with change and challenges. We secretly all already have a way of dealing with changes and challenges. The trick is making it a way that's good for us, that works for us. I'll share some of my stories of how I have not so successfully been through changes and challenges in the past, and how that is driven me to continually improve and find better and better ways of handling difficult situations, handling difficult people, handling anything that life throws my way. So what the heck is this challenge? We'll talk more tomorrow about what's in it for you and why to do that. I was going to do it today, but it would have for sure gone well over 10 minutes. And I would like to, as an overall guideline throughout this challenge, keep what I share to 10 minutes a day. I personally have a hard time watching the challenges and participating in challenges that go like an hour or 90 minutes or 2 or 3 hours each day. Even if it's only for 5 days, it's hard to dedicate and put that time in, especially when 90% of, not even 90%, let's say 20% of it is really just a sales pitch for what they're going to sell me at the end. That's not what I'm there for. That's not what I go to challenges for. That's totally not what this challenge is about. As part of the COVID crisis, I don't know if it's a crisis, it's a change. As part of the COVID pandemic, early on, I asked myself, what am I going to do? What needs to change? How am I going to personally manage and navigate this situation? And that was in the very beginning when we thought my granddaughter, I learned I was going to be hanging out with my granddaughter, who was 4 at the time. And I was super excited. And I know that's kind of selfish, but I was excited because never in my life did I get to spend 2 dedicated weeks, unless I was on vacation stressing out about my job or business, with my kids when they were growing up, because my life was different that way. I didn't realize that I had the freedom to structure my life the way I wanted it to be. And so this was a gift, and I thought, oh, I get to hang out with my granddaughter for 2 weeks. And we sat down and we brainstormed a list of all the fun things we were going to do in that 2-week period because we were so excited. Well, that 2 weeks turned into a month and turned into months. And when we first found out the end of March that in at least my state of Wisconsin that we were going to be shut down for the entire month of April, I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do personally to keep going and moving forward with my, and luckily for me, I'd already moved to the online world, but what was I going to keep doing to go and move forward during that? And so I decided I was going to do a challenge because I love challenges. I've done literally hundreds and hundreds of challenges with other people, and I continue to do them throughout my own life, and you know, I never ask anybody to do anything I'm not willing to do myself. So I will do this challenge right alongside you, because that's what I do with all my challenges. And I usually share my homework and some of the lessons that I learned along the way, hoping and believing that that's valuable for you as well. Since I'm pretty old and have been through a lot, I like to think that I have some things and some warnings that people can learn from the mistakes I've made, so that you don't have to make them yourself. Guess what? You got plenty of time to make your own mistakes, to make different mistakes, but don't make the silly ones that I did. You know, wasted decades on certain things that, you know, then you learn a lesson and it's like, oh my God, I wasted 10 years worrying about this particular situation or this person or this event, when I could have just let it go in, you know, a 20-minute exercise. Oh my God, what was I thinking? Well, I didn't know better. We do better when we know better. So the challenge will be 10 minutes, and I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee I'll go over 10 minutes some days. Some days I'm going to try to keep it to 10 minutes, but don't get mad at me if it goes over 10 minutes. Or, you know, you can just quit listening after 10 minutes, and then you'll miss the action item for that day. But every day, in addition to the 10 minutes or less, or maybe a little over, I will share the topic for the day, what we're doing, what we're working on, why it's important to you, and then I'll share a tool. I decided that during this challenge, this is actually the 4th time I've done a 30-plus day get up and go challenge, because the pandemic just keeps getting up and going. It just keeps running its course and moving on. So as we move on through it, it has morphed and changed from the first one. But one thing that's different about the way I do challenges is I don't put them up and take them down. I don't put content out there and then say I'm going to take it away. I don't need to do the takeaway content thing, because there's plenty of stuff in me that keeps just spurting out. So on the Get Up and Go private group, in the Get Up and Go private group, you can go join for free. Just promise you're not going to spam the group. And all of the previous Get Up and Go challenges, if you want to more information about something, if you want a specific topic, you can search in the search box a topic or a challenge. If we talk about something and you're like, geez, I need more examples of that, or she didn't go very in depth in that, you can pop in there and you can search that topic, or go into the units. There's 5 units in there right now of challenges that we've done before, 3 previous 30 and 140 day plus challenge. And then there's 2 units about life lessons that I've learned on my very long journey here on the planet. And lessons that I've learned, most of them are lessons that I've learned the hard way. I would love to be the person that tells you, hey, this happened, somebody told me this, and I just picked it right up and ran with it. Not so much. I'm one of those people that has to test everything out on myself, and I have to really test it the hard way. I'm not going to just test a little. I'm going to really test it. And sometimes that means I make a lot more mistakes. So if I can share a mistake that I've made to prevent you from making that and save you and shortcut your process, that's part of my personal purpose of doing the Get Up and Go challenge. So in the private group, they're arranged in units. You can also find all of the same content right here on the Get Up and Go challenge page. It's just going to be in the order it was produced. So if you wanted to find a specific topic, I believe you can search and you might find it, but it's just more organized on the private group page. And in the private group page, that's where we can have the discussions that are close to us or that we're a little afraid to have. That's where we can share information and share homework and things that we might not want to share with all of the Facebook world and Facebook community. It's why it's in a private group. It's why it's private, will stay private. It's why you have to be let into the group. You have to be let in. You got to answer the questions. You don't answer the questions, it's an automatic, you're not getting in. And I don't even remember what the questions are, but they're super simple, right? I think I don't know what they are, but I know one is asking for your email. If you're not willing to give your email, and I don't even have an email list. That's probably a really bad confession, but I don't market to anybody through my email. I share content on social media. I don't market through my email. And the only reason you're sharing your email is to say, I'm going to be honest enough to not spam this group, or just steal all the content from the group. Not that I believe anyone would do that, but that's why we share the email. Because if you're not willing to share your email, then frankly, you don't deserve to get all the content that's in there. There's, months and months and hundreds of videos and hundreds of hours worth of time and energy put into great material that will help you in your life. I guarantee it will. I guarantee it can benefit you in many, many ways. So if you want it in order, go to the group. I will be adding the entire 30-day October challenge, 30 plus days, because there's 31 days in October, to unit 6. I believe, yeah, it'll be unit 6, and I haven't created it yet, the unit. I'll do it today after I share this video. And then you can find those in order in unit 6. So if you, heaven forbid, get a day behind or a couple of days behind, you can pop in there, watch the video, do the action item, get the tool for the day. I think I started talking about this because I will be sharing an action item every day, something that you absolutely positively want to do. Maybe it's just a question. Maybe it's that you ask yourself an answer, and sometimes you'll share a certain part of your answer, not your whole answer. We don't need your whole life story, but the answer to the question, or an aha, or what you learned by asking yourself that question. And other times it'll be an activity or an exercise or using a tool. I decided this time through the challenge, I brainstormed a list of all of the tools, meaning all of the strategies and tools and things that I use on a regular basis to help me make my life work, right? Things from morning routines to today's tool. I'm going to share today's tool right now. And the most important tool, I honestly think, besides thinking and using your brain and thinking for yourself, the most important tool that we can have as humans is paper and a writing utensil. I don't care if it's crayons. I usually have crayons sitting around me. I don't care if it's crayons, markers, anything. There is so much power in writing things down that I'm going to invite you right now to find a notebook for this 30-day challenge and do and use a notebook and take notes, and not huge notes, but notes about what you learned, your personal aha moments or epiphanies, and how you're going to use what you're learning right now. I'm going to share at least 30 tools with you, 30 different tools, and probably more, because when I brainstormed a list, I got like 5 or 6 pages of different tools and different things that I use. And do I use them all the time? No, I don't use 6 pages of different tools all the time. But there's always a handful of things that we use as individuals. I don't know what tools are going to be right for you. Only you do. But I'm going to expose you to as many as I possibly can during this 30-day challenge. And I want you to be able to pick and choose and say, oh my God, that tool was so powerful. That worked so well for me. I'm going to add that to my personal toolbox. And you're going to create your own personal toolbox of strategies, tips, tricks, and tools that work for you, that really resonate with you. And the best way to do that is to grab a notebook or some paper and write those down write the tool down and how it works for you or how it doesn't work for you every day. And at the end of the 30 days, in addition to having a subconsciously installed framework for dealing with challenges and changes that guarantees you have better results after any challenge or change than before you experience that challenge or change, you will have a set of tools that you can pull out of and create your own personal toolbox that you will carry with you for the rest of your life and use for the rest of your life. I am always adding to my toolbox, and then stuff goes in there, and it's just like our memory. Stuff goes in, and sometimes we use it, sometimes we don't. As I discovered, one of the exercises I used to do all the time was an exercise called the lifeline process, or the lifeline strategy or tool. And I hadn't used it for a long time until I started doing the Get Up and Go challenges. And it probably wasn't the first time I did it. Maybe it was the second time I went through the 30-day Get Up and Go challenge that I remembered about and started using the lifeline exercise and how powerful that is. And we'll go through that for sure, and I'll share that during this challenge because it'll be one of the tools that I share. But I want you to leave equipped with your own toolbox of what will work for you, what you can use, what you can call on any time. Now, obviously, in 10 minutes or less, I'm not going to go into massive detail on any one tool that I share. But if it resonates with you, if you're interested in it, guess what? You can do a Google search on it, and you can find tons of information. Almost every tool, every strategy that I share, you can Google nowadays and get a million results on probably. And a bunch of different people showing you how they do it. Think, for example, meditation or EFT, emotional freedom technique. There are literally thousands and thousands, if not millions, of YouTube videos on each of these strategies and techniques, so you can get more detailed information on exactly how to apply it or different ways to apply it to you. Because just like meditation, EFT, anything, you want to take a tool and a process and make it your own. It isn't until you tweak it and test it and make it your own that it becomes yours, and it's at your fingertips then to use whenever you need to. So Get Up and Go Challenge, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, every day. Every day means every day of the week for the entire month of October. We don't quit. We don't not do it on Saturday and Sunday. We're starting on a Thursday. Who starts their challenges on a Thursday? Nobody. Nobody but us. Nobody but the Get Up and Go Challenge. We're starting on a Thursday because it's the first of the month, and we're going to do it every day, every single day through the 31st. And will it be hard? Some days it's not going to be physically hard or challenging. It's not a physical challenge, but I guarantee some of the things are going to be hard. It's a mental challenge, because guess what? Our mindset and our mentality and our thinking and our feelings, all of it is the hard part of creating anything that we want. You know, people say, oh, you have to struggle and hustle, and it's hard to create the life that you want or the business that you want. But really, the hardest part of it is dealing with our own beliefs, our own feelings, our own thoughts about how we want it to be and how we're going to move forward and what we're going to do with things. And we'll unpack that over the next 30 days very, very thoroughly, so that you will, again, be able to just take action at the drop of a hat. And that's where our real power lies, is in our personal responsibility and our ability to make a decision, make a choice, and then act immediately toward that choice or decision. So, purpose, expectation is that you show up every day for your 10 minutes, then you do your action item and you use or apply the tool, and then that you share in the thread. I will actually add a thread this time through the 30-day challenge for each day. I did it on one of the challenges, maybe the second one, I can't remember, where we added a specific comment thread for the day's tool or assignment. But since we're doing a tool and an action item, I'll add it together, you know, day one's tool and action item. Guess what? What's our action item for today? Our tool is paper and pencil, paper and a writing instrument. I say find a notebook. This is my brand new notebook for the October 30th 30-day challenge. I have got nothing in it yet except for some smiley face stickers, which I might use every day that I do the action item and every day that I actually use the tool that I share. I will give myself a smiley face sticker. So we'll see at the end how many stickers I get, if I get all 31. Guess what? I pretty much have to get all 31, or I'm not setting a very good example, am I? So that's it. That's our action item for today. Our action item for today is answer the question. It's just a question for today. How many challenges have you done? How many challenges have you done? And you can just share the number in the comments below. And I will start a thread, which is what I was talking about. I'll start a post for, and I'll just say, how many challenges have you done day one Get Up and Go Challenge, or day one October 2020 Get Up and Go Challenge. I'll start a post for that, and then just share in the comments below how many challenges that you've done. That's it. It's not that hard. Today, welcome, welcome, welcome. So excited that you're here with me. Challenges are so much more fun if we do them with other people. Life is a lot more fun if we do it with other people, right? So welcome, 10 minutes a day, Get Up and Go Challenge page every day. Do the action item, use the tool, figure out, and guess what? I'm going to let you know right now. Some action items are going to be like, that was horrible, I hated it. Some are going to be, oh my God, that was so easy, I can't believe that was even an action item. Same is going to be true of the tools. Some of the tools I share, you're going to be like, I don't get it. This doesn't work for me at all. But you know what? Just being exposed to it means you'll put it back in your subconscious. So someday down the road, maybe you'll find out that it's the perfect tool and it doesn't work for you right now. It doesn't apply to you at all right now. But down the road, something will happen and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I learned about this in the Get Up and Go Challenge, and I'm going to use this tool right now. I never thought I'd use it in a million years, and here it is, the perfect situation for me to use it. So just be open-minded about the stuff that we share, the stuff we talk about, and ask yourself, maybe it doesn't apply to me right now, but be open-minded enough to say, well, I might be able to use it in the future, so I'm at least gonna listen to it, and then if it's not for me, it's not for me. I'm gonna let it go. If it is for me, I'm going to listen and participate. If it's not, I'll just let it go, and maybe somewhere down the road it will apply to me. I can't tell you how many books I've read where I read them and I thought, geez, that book was a waste of time. Why did I read that? Why did I read that now? Or why was I exposed to that course or that training or that webinar or that anything right now? And then lo and behold, 3 months down the road, something happens and I'm like, oh my God, I know how to handle this because I was exposed to that thing months ago. We never really know what and when we're going to need certain things. So I say, let's be open-minded and figure it out together. That's it. How many challenges have you been involved in? Look for the thread. I'll create that now. And I'll be with you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, whatever time zone that is for you. Be here. I say be here. Be there or be square. I think that was the idiom, or not the idiom. That was the expression from, oh my God, definitely dating myself. I think that was from back in the 70s, or probably the 70s, right? Be there or be square. All right. See you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Answer that question. Find yourself some paper and a writing device, and I will be with you tomorrow to get up and go. Bye.